your Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Chicago Wendler.
Look for storm chances to begin later on this Saturday. At the same time, we could see periods of heavy rain, possible flooding, and severe storms in the days to come. Here's a look at your forecast. So far today, we've seen clouds give way to some sunny breaks. There are some storms down to our south. I think the best bet for seeing any heavier rain will probably remain to our south and west, but we will have some scattered showers and storms along the way. And this is just day one of our stormy stretch. Hope you're doing well on this Saturday. Here's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center as of midday on Saturday. Austin is not in the risk of severe thunderstorms for the rest of the day, but just to the west in the Hill Country, a marginal risk. That's a 1 out of 5 threat. Meantime, for tomorrow, Sunday, we will be in that marginal risk, which is the lowest risk of severe thunderstorms. Wind and hail, the main problems that are expected pretty much every day. Then Monday, also in that marginal risk. To be honest with you, I think Tuesday is the day we have the highest threat of both flooding rain and severe thunderstorms. So I've hoisted a weather alert for Tuesday. Until then, temperatures already in the upper 70s. We're going to be heading into the mid 80s later on this afternoon, going with a high temperature of 84. If we get more sun breaks, we might be slightly warmer than that. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, and that chance of some scattered showers and isolated storms. Then for your Sunday, look for the possibility of some early storms and perhaps another round late. Temperatures not quite as warm, generally in the low 80s. When we put everything together, low and severe risk can't be ruled out the next 3 days, with isolated hail and high winds being the biggest concerns. Weather alert for Tuesday p.m., but I will tell you, one computer model suggesting that heaviest swath of showers and storms might actually be Tuesday earlier in the day. So let's just call it a weather alert for Tuesday. Rain totals. One computer model at the very least has gone a little bit higher on potential rain over the course of the next week. Some areas could see anywhere from 3 to 6 plus inches of rain. I'm going to stay with 2 to 5 for now, but just know that things appear to be heading in a very wet direction. Here's the latest from the Weather Prediction Center, estimating about 2.5 inches for the Western Hill Country through the next week. Areas like LaGrange, 3-4 inches, and perhaps Milam County, parts of the Austin area could see 4 to 5 inches of rain over the next week. If it all comes at once, we have issues with flooding. If we get breaks between the systems, then hopefully we can just call this a really, really good beneficial rain heading into the very hot summer months. Dew points have been on the rise. We are officially muggy through central Texas, that really miserable air down on the coast at the Gulf of Mexico. But because we've got a southerly and southeasterly wind coming in off the Gulf, we're going to continue to watch those dew points rise, which is just extra moisture for any storms to form. A closer in look at the Saturday severe weather risk. Note, slight risk just south and west of Gillespie County. There could be some nasty storms there, lesser risks as you head to the east. Let's look ahead to your Sunday. Most of our area will be at that marginal lowest severe weather risk. And then toward Monday, all of our area. I got to say, I think that Monday, the majority of the day should be pretty quiet. There may be some storms that develop late in the day and evening. Closer look at the threats for the rest of today. For Austin, we are not highlighted in any risk of tornadoes, which is great. Hail risk and high wind risk about 5%, but farther toward the west in the yellow elevated zone, that's about a 15% possibility of hail. And fortunately, this go around, significant hail, that's that really big giant sized hail, significant hail is not anticipated at this time. We're just going to continue every single day with rain chances up and down, highest on Tuesday, but there are going to be areas that pick up very healthy amounts of rain along with occasional strong to severe thunderstorms. So putting all these pieces together for you, area of low pressure out in the panhandle, still kind of stalled there. We've seen the showers down just to the south of our area, a few of them making their way towards San Antonio. These may try to drift to the north and east, but really with the breaks in the overcast, I'm looking for more development out west that could swing in here later on in the evening. And the slow moving system that we've been tracking, that big upper level low, it's working its way down the coast. It's right near the Bay Area and will continue working its way toward the south and east in the days to come. All right, here's our high resolution computer model suggesting that some of those storms down toward the San Antonio area may try to nudge into Blanco, Gillespie, maybe Hayes, Caldwell, Fayette counties by about 1:30 in the afternoon, probably staying for the most part south of the Austin area in terms of the heavier rain, but could see a few showers into the afternoon. for the I-35 corridor. Then as we head through the evening hours, might see something pretty quiet, but then early Sunday could see some nasty storms try to fire up out in the western hill country with a system that may swing in here, bringing perhaps some isolated hail and possibly some isolated heavier rain towards sunrise on Sunday. And then most of that pushes off toward the east. The next question is, as sunshine develops late afternoon on Sunday, will that be enough to destabilize the atmosphere for another round of storms? This particular computer model is saying no, but others are suggesting that we might even see some more storms come in late on Sunday. So seriously, this is just going to be one of those times when you need to have that radar app handy so you can check it for reference. It's not going to be a washout. You will be able to get in your outdoor plans, but I want you to stay safe. Even if it's not a severe thunderstorm, lightning can be dangerous. And of course, when thunder roars, head indoors. So here's a look at possible rainfall from that high-res computer model. Note it's given 1.5 inches to Fredericksburg. There's a little pixel or two down into southern Hayes County that could see 2 to 3 inches of rain. And in contrast, this model's only given 7/100ths of an inch all the way into Monday morning for Austin. So obviously the totals will vary depending on where you happen to be, but the idea is some areas will get little to nothing while other areas could get 1 to 2 inches. And then we repeat this process next week as well. Here's a look at your Sunday planner for tomorrow. Scattered thunderstorms possible in the morning, decreasing chances, but still can't rule out some storms as the day wears on. High temperature right around 82 degrees. Now, I mentioned flooding and possibilities of some heavier rain. For your Saturday, the highest risk of seeing any flooding will be basically just to our south and west, including the San Antonio metro down toward the Rio Grande, a very, very low flood risk. Gillespie, Blanco, Hayes, and southern Caldwell County. Let's look ahead to Sunday. The risk of the heaviest rain actually lifts toward the north across the Red River Valley, where DFW area points north into Oklahoma are in that low risk. A very low flood risk does cover portions of Burnett, Williamson, and Milam counties. But then next week, Monday through Friday, our entire area highlighted in the potential for heavy rain. What this means is initial rounds of rain will basically just soak into the ground. Those are beneficial rounds of rain. But once we reach our tipping point, which means the ground is saturated, then anything that falls will run off into streams, creeks, rivers, and the more rain we get, the more swollen those water bodies will be, the more likely we'll get into a situation with flash flooding a possibility. So we'll just have to take it one step at a time, but I will tell you right now, atxfloods.com shows absolutely zero, no road closures, so we're at least starting in a fairly good spot. Here's a different computer model just for a second opinion, showing at 7 o'clock this evening, a couple of stray storms out in the hill country, not much more. And unlike the other computer model that was pretty bullish on developing overnight storms tonight into early tomorrow, this one does not. It brings a couple of storms to Fayette County, but it doesn't have the same intensity that the other computer model was showing for areas from the hill country toward I-35 heading toward sunrise tomorrow. So yes, there's still a good amount of uncertainty across the board with this, but I would err on the side of being ready for possible storms just in case. Lunchtime, pretty quiet. Afternoon, maybe a stray storm or two. So depending on which computer model verifies, and sometimes neither of them do, and it's something in the middle, then we may see a somewhat drier or wetter outcome for the second half of your weekend. And then we look ahead to Monday with the best chance of storms coming after about 4 p.m. from the north and east and working its way to the south and west. Again, Tuesday could potentially be a very wet day. You can see this computer model bringing morning showers and storms, some of them hefty. Okay, so let's take a wider view. We're going to widen it out to the entire Lone Star State, or most of it anyway. Monday, plan on rain. Tuesday, that's when I expect the heaviest rain. Earlier, this computer model was highlighting afternoon to evening, but note this latest computer model is suggesting that the heaviest might actually come a bit earlier. So timing could be a little bit in flux, but just plan on it being a weather alert day on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, more showers and storms. As we head toward Thursday, maybe not quite as wet, but still possibilities of rain. And yet again on Friday, we do this all over again. By the time we reach next weekend, you are going to be ready to dry out. I promise you that. How much rain? This computer model, this is the European computer model, it is quite a bit more bullish than it had been yesterday. In fact, it's showing potential for a ½ foot of rain in Austin, 8 inches in LaGrange, 7 inches for Giddings and Thorndale. So we, of course, will keep you updated because the more rain we get, the more likely the flood potential across our area. Temperature-wise, we're going to see 80s. It'll be humid every single day. You will definitely note that in the humidity. As we look ahead, May 23rd through 29th, near average temperatures expected. As for precip, yep, more wet weather. I mean, not only are we busting through the drought, but it looks like we're going to do it in grand fashion the way things are trending. Stay weather aware. You can download our CBS Austin weather app so you can be anywhere on the go, and you will be able to stay up to date on storms, on temps, on changes as they happen. Avery Tomaska will have your latest forecast later on this evening on CBS Austin News. Until then, here we go. Stormy stretch day number 1 of at least 7 on the way. The most serious for storms and heavy rain threat coming in on Tuesday with that weather alert. All right, you are all caught up. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend, and always stay weather aware.